retro clocks are just fun to make. So I was looking at some mid-century modern designs and thought we'd throw something together pretty quick. I've got a few scraps laying around the shop that I'm going to make use of. So these were drawn up in Inkscape. Very simple, very easy designs. This is going to be our outside, and for the actual clock part that's going to sit inside of there, we're going to use this guy here. I've got this broken up into two different folders, or two different screens. But the way this is going to work is this is going to sit in here. Clock parts will be behind here, and they'll put a few bars in the back for some design. For my cam work, I use JS Cut. It's a free program. It's really cool and it's very powerful for a lot of these projects. We're going to keep this real simple. Here's our swoosh for our outside part. I can cut this at about 90, which is pretty quick. Do a shallow cut each time, about a 16th, 0.0625. Then we click on our shape, go up to Create Operation, and we're going to do an outside cut. We want this to be about a 1/2 inch, because that's the wood that I'm using for this. Click Generate. You can see the line forms there, and then these are our tabs. And for tabs, I usually do about half the depth of the wood. So if we're cutting a 1/2 inch here, we'll make these about 1/4, 0.25. Create tabs, and then it all goes to red. And then to see what it looks like, we go to Simulate, and you can see the cut. And you can see the tabs in the back here. So these are the areas that will not be cut. So it'll hold tight to the wood. And you can actually see how long this will take to cut. We click on here, very fast, 316 seconds. And then we save this so we can open it up in Mach. And this is for our second piece, our inside part where the clockworks actually will be. And just like the other one, we're going to change this to 90 for our speed. Do a 1/16 of an inch here for each pass, 0.0625. And then we come back up here, click on our shape, create our operation. We're going to do an outside cut again. And this one is thinner wood, so we're going to do 0.35. Gotta be careful, sometimes an extra decimal will pop up there. We go to Generate, and here's our line. For the hole for the clock parts, we'll click on that. We'll do another operation, and this is going to be a pocket, but we want this to go the whole way through. So we'll do 0.35 for there. We go to Generate, and you can see the little lines it cuts through there. These are kind of our markings for 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. And for these, we just want a groove in here. So we're going to do another pocket, but we don't want it to go the whole way through. So we'll make this smaller, maybe 0.125. And you can see that those are there. These are our tabs again, so it all holds tight. And again, I do about 1/2 of the depth here, roughly speaking. So we'll do about 0.2. I could change that a little bit. Click on that. See the tabs are made. And then we go to Simulate, and you can see what this all looks like. So there's our hole for the clock gear stem. Here's a little indentation for our markings for 12, 3, 6, and 9. And you can see the tab cutouts. So this will stay attached to the wood. And then for the length of time for this, 151 seconds, pretty fast. And then we save our G-code so we can open it up in Mach. And for those folks that have followed my other videos, as far as my clamping down method, I keep it really simple. I've got a spoil board here, which is just a piece of old birch that I screw my actual pieces to cut down to, and it holds it really secure and really tight. That's our outside piece. Very fast, easy cut. For the inside part where the clock will actually be mounted, I'm using a scrap piece of ply here from the junk bin. So we've got the file loaded up in mock, and let's cut out this part. There's the inside piece. See, with the tabs and our hour markers not all the way through. Those are the two pieces, two fast cuts and a little bit of sanding. The way we're mounting this is really simple, just some brass rod and some gel super glue. If you don't use a gel, it'll just kind of wash away and won't hold on. So just two brass rods there, and then we'll turn this over and glue it to the outside. And this has just been glued together. I dug a little teeny channel underneath these so there'd be a little bit more to bite, but the glue holds pretty well. It's not moving at all right now. And that's all there is to it. Those little arms snap on. The little watch kits or little clock kits are less than $2 online. The materials here were just some birch plywood and some brass rod. Fun, easy project to do with Inkscape, JS Cut, and a little CNC machine. This could also be cut out by hand. And the results are pretty cool. Thanks very much for taking a look.